We'll get back to you, but we are trackside in Alabama, and we got a surprise for you. But right now, we have a train on approach, and we are live outside of Bridgeport, Alabama, on the joint line. But we'll talk more about that soon. Let's get ready. friends, and thanks for being with Casey and I today in the absolute middle of nowhere. And I say that with all due respect to the great state of Alabama. We are just absolutely out in the middle of nowhere. We were on a road. Matter of fact, the bulldozer is still sitting. We are on a dirt road that has been recently graded by a bulldozer. We are north of Bridgeport, Alabama. And we'll talk a little bit more. I still have a couple things yet to do. We just had gotten here and heard horn coming on approach. So I'm going to be back with y'all in a moment. Don't know how many we're going to catch today. So I just, like I said, give me a few minutes. Let me get situated. We are so far out in the middle of nowhere that there is no cell service. It's intermittent. I have a half of a bar depending on where I hold it and where I stand. So, like I said, give me a couple more minutes, and there's some buzzards circling the drawbridge on the Tennessee River's right over there. So we'll talk a little bit more in a moment. But we are rail fanning live. Scanner is on. So, like I said, a few minutes, and then I'll be back with you. And I promise you, peaceful and tranquility is what you're going to have today. So, everybody, sit tight. like I said, everybody, we got a couple more things to do just to get situated and set up. Don't go anywhere. I'll be with you in just a moment. Oh, there's a hawk. Hello, everybody. I was just making sure that I am in the center of the picture and not wherever. All right. Thanks for being with Casey and I here on Rail Moments. Have the day off, or this afternoon off. So I thought, well, let's go someplace different. And we are someplace different, that is for sure. First of all, for those of you that have not been with us before, or for those of you that watch us in the future, today is March 26th of 2025, and what you are watching is totally live. It's not production. Casey hasn't altered it. He's not in the studio changing something about it. He's not enhancing it. He's not making me look good or bad or indifferent. What you see, actually what I see, is what you get. 6 to 8 seconds behind. So, just to kind of give you a little bit of a layout, what all we've done. First off, we are outside Bridgeport, Alabama. You're on the CSXT Chattanooga subline at the 123.6. So 123.6 on the CSX Chattanooga subline. Now, many of you call this the joint line. And reason being is you will see NS trains run over this, BNSF trains run over this, and CSX trains like the one that you just saw. Just around the curve is the drawbridge, and then the railroad bridge, the rest of the bridge over the Tennessee River. And if you've not been to Bridgeport, and we'll probably go over there now, there's no way to get from here to Bridgeport. We are on a county road that's 4 digits. We're at the end of the county road, which goes that way, but at this point across the track turns into CSX posted property. So we're on Alabama County Road, and it is a dirt road, and I'm going to guess with all the recent rains and what have you, there's actually a bulldozer along the way here There's actually a bulldozer. I have a second scanner on. There's actually a bulldozer sitting along this road back here where you can see it, they've leveled it, graveled it, and all kinds of things, and made a ditch on the side so the water has been pretty rough on it. We do have production 6 today, and we have about a half a bar of signal where we are. And like I said, depends if I stand over there, or up here. So we are connected to you today by satellite to make this possible. Due to the fact that we have the radiant heat to deal with so that the equipment doesn't overheat, you are under the huge umbrella that attaches to the back of production 6. We have a nice breeze, so I tell you what, I need to get your dead cat on. You all just hang on, otherwise you're going to get all that breeze noise. There. Again, my apologies. Wasn't thinking. Trying to do all this setup so quick. Because like I said, we heard that southbound way before he got here. Just making sure I'm in the camera. Like I said, since there's such a delay, like I said, I have a half a bar. I do have a monitor on. But, like I said, over there, after the train goes past us, goes over the drawbridge, and then this beautiful walkway runs right along. If you've never been to Bridgeport, it's one of those places that you've got to go. The Bridgeport Depot is beautiful. It looks like a Spanish design. Not sure exactly what you would call it. They got a viewing platform there, undercover, seats, you name it. And then there is this long walkway that goes across the Tennessee River. And it's lit, goes all the way across, and it's just beautiful. And like I said, sometime today, after we're here for a little while, I don't know how much traffic we're going to get. Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's a little, sometimes there's hardly any at all. But the tracks going behind me come to New Hope, then run along the Tennessee River, and then come up to go across Interstate 24, go past the Whiteside Tunnel, and out to Waxahachie, where the CSX trains either go into the Waxahachie yard or they bypass and then continue on over to eventually to the bird camp. So you can stay on this track all the way to Waxahachie, pick up the W&A sub there, and go past our bird camp at the 122.8. We are at control point Hale, H-A-L-E. And as you can hear, it is deathly quiet. Just nothing but the sound of the birds. There's an old tire, somebody's beer can, somebody's beer bottle, and that's about it. Some train debris, some plates, spikes, etc. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing. And we are, as it says, rail fanning live. We do have signals behind us for the northbound traffic. And there's also a junction point where we go from single track back to double track. And this is the original Trail of Tears as well. So if you go to the other side of the Tennessee River, which, like I said, from where we are, for me to get production 6 over there, there's no way. We got to go back to New Hope and go across the big rusty bridge that you all know for those of you that are in the area, and then turn left and go on down. But we will do that this afternoon at some point, just so you can see what an incredible area this is to railfan in. I got finished hooking up the scanner, some power, a couple other things. So I'm going to be back with you in a moment. Mrs. S is going to get after me if I don't get my hat on, so we're going to do that. And we'll chat in just a moment. And in the meantime, y'all get comfortable, get set. We may see 7 more. We may see no more. But you are, just like Mama Bear says, and Crash originated, it's like we just went fishing. We're in the boat, we're on the river, fish are underneath, trains are somewhere, we get a bite, we hook one, we got one. Fish, train, all in the same. So y'all just get comfortable, and like I said, we're so far out in the middle of nowhere. We are coming to you by satellite. Casey has us set through the studio, but we are actually coming to you live by satellite. That's how rural of an area we're in. So how cool is that? I promised you lots of exciting things, and as you all know, Mike and technology don't fit in the same sentence. But at Casey, technology is everywhere. So that's what makes it possible. Casey has set this all up for me, so as long as I don't mess it up, I can remember the sequences, and I do all the things that I have to do for alignments and this and that and what have you, we can be here. So probably going to set a timer of 3 hours. I believe we are currently on Alabama time, so we're going to stay here till 3 o'clock. It's 12:40 now. We're going to hang out here till 3 o'clock. I think is the time that we'll use. And we're on Central Standard Time here. So let me do a couple more things, and then I'll be back to you, and I'll be able to chat with you as well. And this may help some of you recognize where we are. There is the old rusty drawbridge that starts the trek over the Tennessee River for our train traffic before they arrive in Bridgeport. Bridgeport from where we are, half a mile. And like I said, we are with Production 6. As you can see, the only inhabitants with us are the deer, the antelope, the possums, the raccoons, and the hawks. Little body of water down there. Swing you back. There's the top of the drawbridge that we were just talking about. right, back with you guys. Now, I just heard CSX dispatch talking about a curfew on a bridge, but he didn't specify which one till 5. Don't know if it's our bridge or another one, although, like I said, we did have our southbounder pass. So if anyone knows, let us know so we can get caught up, because it may be even longer before we see a train here today. Don't know this stretch of rail real well. And at this point, they do consider this north-south. So north-south would be what I believe is how they would roll this. Although, when CSX branches off Eric Stevenson, he does go northwest. But they do consider this a north-south direction here on the joint sub, or the joint line for the CSX Chattanooga sub. So let's see if we can find out a little bit more about what bridge has a curfew. No, Southern Rail fan, Southern Railroad Rail fan, to get the whole name out there. Yes, it is a little quiet. Like I said, sometimes you never know if it's one, two, or a handful. They were talking about one following another, although they are at least 40 miles from here based upon the milepost numbers that they used. So if anyone's wearing, like I said, we just heard a conversation about a bridge having a curfew till 5. Don't know if it's our bridge or another. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to sit back. We're going to relax. We're going to listen. It's live rail fanning as we talked, just as if you were parked here with me. So everybody, anybody have any subjects they want to discuss? I'll watch on the monitor. We do have 2 regs on our signal boards here at Hale Junction Point, from double to single rail, just past us, on the way up to New Hope. So like I said, we'll kind of play this by ear, and if we find out that there is a curfew till 5, we'll roll on to the next spot to find. So, just sit tight, sit back, relax, enjoy here in peaceful Alabama. Hello, Tony. We're not all that far from you today, or we are closer than normal to you today. There's the... We are on the north side of the Tennessee River from Bridgeport. Tony, we are at the 123.6, and we are at control point Hale, H-A-L-E. Right here, next to that great big box that says CSX signal. There are the lights, where once they come across the bridge northbound, they go from single to double track. And if you were to follow the gravel road that we're on, once you cross the track, you're over on CSX property and you are headed to the drawbridge. Just to kind of give you an idea where we are. It is peaceful. Since there is so much radiant heat, we do have the big umbrella up. We're listening to 2 scanners just to keep track of the action. If anybody knows of anything, if anyone's southbound, or excuse me, anyone's trackside, either south or north of us, just let us know. If somebody's at Whiteside Tunnel or over at Waxahachie, just sing out. And like I said, we are listening to 2 scanners. And we are live. So for those of you, you're correct, Tony, from the Bridgeport station, we're probably not, we're probably a mile over to the Bridgeport. That is correct, Tony. We are on trackage for NS, BNSF, and CSX, where we are. It's the joint line between Bridgeport and Chattanooga. Runs over there along Nickajack. And Tony, my guess is you caught another Heritage locomotive. That's my first guess. Well, thanks, Southern Railroad Rail fan. Update there for everybody. First of all, Tony's enjoying Waffle House. He's got Pan Am yet to catch. And B646 is on its way out of Chattanooga. And it has a CSX and someone else's locomotive on it. So, like I said, we're live, and it's just like going to the track, because that's what we did. And as you know, could be 1 minute, or for, oh my goodness, there's a bald eagle. Let me see if I can get this for you guys. Where'd he go? That was cool. He's quite a ways away, but I am 99% sure that was our national bird. Oh, how beautiful. Like I said, he's quite a ways away. Those two pillars you see are the massive wheels that operate the drawbridge. Don't know much about it, just know it's a drawbridge. And then there's the other bridge beside of it. Oh, I'm sorry, Tony. You made me get hungry there. And yes, I am 99% sure that was a bald eagle. Like I said, he's not exactly close, and I don't have my binoculars out, but the one swoop he kind of made past here when I first saw him. Yes, sandwich taker. I like that. That's pretty good. Just throw it up in the air and surrender it now. As you can see, due to the heat, the radiant heat, you are under a great big umbrella that's attached down to the truck where we are trackside here on production 6. There's the drawbridge towers. Hooker, Georgia. Well, I know that's not close. Y'all keep talking about these sandwiches. Y'all gonna make me hungry. And there's no fast food out here. I-142 made it up to Cowan from here. Now we just need to send something back from Cowan. And kicks y'all up here a little bit. And for those of you just hopping on, we are live, not production, no alterations, at 123.6 on the Chattanooga Joint Sub. And we are just outside of Bridgeport. It was a little eerie all of a sudden. We just had tons of bergs overhead circling, and then they all disappeared. I guess they decided I was still alive. And a little while ago, we had a bald eagle flying the area, and that could be him over by the river, by the drawbridge. Just barely see him, but the scavenger birds have moved on, thank goodness. It's like that Alfred Hitchcock movie there for a moment. It is a little quiet, but that's what rail fanning is sometimes. Relaxing along the track. Not a lot of anything scenic here to show you. No flowing water. No cars crossing the crossing from the dirt road, as this county road for at least a mile, 2 miles, is just a windy dirt road. The stop sign for this crossing is all the way over there behind the gondola. And that's about all the excitement that I know to tell you here about, other than peaceful, serene, and we are going to spend 3 hours here total. No idea what we'll catch, because as you all know, rail fanning is never a guarantee. It's always what you catch, when you catch it, where you catch it, right time, right place. So if anyone is trackside with us, yeah, the Bergs did. I mean, there was a ton of them. And they were all circling like something was here to eat, and then they just all disappeared about as fast as they all arrived. It's so quiet here. Just the birds. It's like the 122.8 cam for the bird cam. Well, it's even more quiet than that. You don't hear any city noises here. Strong breeze today. Perfect temperature. Have to keep the radiant heat off the recording device, where we are live to you by satellite today. So, y'all let me know how we're looking. If y'all have any issues, shout out. And we do have 2 scanners on, listening for what's going on. Okay, everybody. News flash. It has been confirmed that the bridge is under curfew until 5 p.m. today. So, what does that mean? That means we're going to load up, pack up, and see if we can see what they are doing, and maybe film from the cliff overlooking the bridge. So, y'all, we're going to go ahead and pack, move, and I will be back on with you in just a little while. But there is a curfew on the bridge over the Tennessee River for CSX joint line. There are the drawbridge towers with the big reels on top. All right, everybody. From the next crossing, we are live trackside, but we just found out the train that we caught at the beginning was the last train across before the curfew began until 5 o'clock over on the bridge across the Tennessee River. So we're going to pack up, move on. It's going to take us a while because we have to go all the way down and around. There's no way to get from here to a mile over. We got to go all the way around. So we will be back, but it'll take probably an hour. And if there is action on the bridge where they're doing repairs, etc., we'll tune in. So from Casey and I to all of you, thanks for being on. As I said, this is a live production or a live trackside event. So there is no production, just like if we drove up to find out. And now we know. We heard it on the scanner and just got it confirmed. So Casey and I will see you trackside someplace between here and there. Thank you. A last scan of our area. That's looking towards Bridgeport. And down the tracks. All right, here we go.